are now listening to Empty Out the Clip.
This is for grandmas that pass knowledge down through stories and songs. Most are not with us no longer. We pay homage to you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We pay homage to you. Yeah, yeah.
Born and raised in the 2024 in a time way before technology connected us all. I was raised about.
All right, and welcome to another episode of the EOTC podcast, Empty Out the Clips. Your boy Leti, the Ace of Fades, here on a nice, beautiful Sunday afternoon in the middle capital of NZ, West Auckland. Joining me this evening, this fine evening, the return of the man himself, Eddie, the butcher.
Yo,
And also on the panel this afternoon, we got none other than Mr. Chucky Blue himself. What's up, my bros? How are you?
Check you.
All right, man, you know that, Joe. Let's do some shout outs. Let's go, Eddie.
Yo, bit of a shout out this time. Shout out to my inga, the Westside Boxing crew, the team at Empty Out the Clip. Want to make a special shout out to Mosul, Vaughan and Sapedi, who came and visited my mum while I was away, keeping on her, and my sisters for watching her while I was gone. So if you know Polynesian families, our mum and dad are so important. So that was my main concern while I was gone. Shout out to Bronson, Nick, and Alex, and the rest of the Bali crew that went overseas with me. Shout out to all you guys for making my stay pretty awesome. Shout out to Vera, Bali and Boutique Hotel. Awesome accommodation, awesome stay. And my final shout out, shout out to Villanoni and the crew there, Alba and Connie, and also my final shout out to the uso Graham and his wife Danielle. What an amazing wedding, amazing venue. This is my first time going to a wedding in Asia, so thank you so much. It was everything was just perfect. So thank you for making my stay so warm, and just God bless to everyone that was there, and everyone back here that was looking after my mum. So I'm truly blessed to have friends and family that stepped up for me. I appreciate you all. Seki.
Nice.
Seki. Yeah, shucks, I did have a bit of a list, but I won't bore the viewers with that. So just first shout out to the Lord Jesus Christ, and just over the last 2 months exact. Shout out to my lawyers as well for representing. Shout out to my support crew and messages as well from all over. Shout out to WesWes Network, Empty Out the Clip. Also shout out to the viewers watching Empty Out the Clip as well. And also just shout out to the real ones. Shout out to the loyalty, you know, and never buckle. Always hold your ground and always stand firm, and then just keep walking, regardless. So shout out to all the real ones, and shout out to my family too. Also shout out to Harvey Bay. That's me.
Yeah, nice as well.
Sure, brothers. Well, firstly, massive belated happy birthday to the butcher himself. Obviously, I don't know if he was in the country or not, but
Happy birthday.
what was that 38
Yeah.
or 37?
37, yeah.
37, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shucks.
Yeah, massive happy birthday to you. Hope your day went well, my
man,
bro.
happy birthday also.
Obviously, your
Thank you.
Much
your
love
trip
also.
fix probably didn't justify the amount of fun you would have been having and the amount of food you would have been eating, but it
Yo.
seems like pre-recorded. You obviously said you enjoyed yourself. Another shout outs to my dog Brendan. We obviously catch up every Saturday. We try and go for a walk, and the last 2 Saturdays have been pretty off. So we've done the pools, and yesterday we just had a coffee at McDonald's, just a mental chicken and life chicken. Shout out to my dog and also to my dog Tindu Manukia. It's been a minute since I caught up with my bro, but he'll probably be the last guy on my Matariki friends list that I want to catch up with that I haven't crossed off the list. So yeah, I'm praying for a doggo, and obviously to another one of my brothers, Enoka, the big yellow pankeke trailer that's parked up at Avondale Markets on Sundays. It's funny, man, whenever I think about how the brother's been, and he'll ring or he'll message And he's always saying, "Sorry, don't forget to pray, man." So now, shout out to Moso. And then my last one's to to all the viewers and all those doing the tough at the moment, man. I knew the last few weeks have been really cold. Can only imagine those who are less fortunate that don't have a roof over their head, how hard they'll be doing it out in the cold. And just bit of perspective for a lot of people, man. Like, appreciate your loved ones and being in a comfortable home, man, because you can only imagine how tough it would be to be out in the cold this time of the year. That wraps up my shoutouts. So you can catch more of our content on our webpage, www.weswesnet.com. You can also find us on Spotify. Empty out the clip. We also have our Facebook page, the WesWes Network. He can subscribe and send a request, answer the free questions securely let you in. Don't forget our YouTube page. Our producer Cams usually uploads each week. That pretty much it, really. I know I've had a tough week, bro. Just battling the cold. I went and bought me a ski mask like 2 weeks ago, and I've only probably taken it to work 3 times out of the 2 weeks because I misplaced it or I don't know where I put it, and it's either in my bag or it's in someone's truck. But man, I've been battling the cold like every other person doing it hard in the cold rules, but bro, not even gonna wait. Drop it on Naziri. How was the trip, bro? How's your week been?
Oh man, it was so good over there. So warm, crazy warm. The humidity was a bit much, but like once you get used to it, after a couple of hours, you're all good. Nah, it was nice, man. Food awesome. Everything was just perfect day. No issues. And then come back to New Zealand. Oh god damn, it's cold. Like I'm wearing like a singlet, a t-shirt, and a jumper right now. So now getting back. Just missed everyone, eh? So coming back and messaging the family and whatnot. Brought some stuff overseas for the family and whatnot. But I rang up a few times to the family and asked them what they wanted, and my mum wanted coffee, eh? It's like simple stuff, coffee. But in Bali, there's this famous coffee that they have. So what they do is they feed it to these cats or these meerkats. And then they kill out the coffee and then they clean it and they dry it out. So I was like, "Oh, mum, you want the cat keto coffee?" She cracked up. She's like, "Nah." So I just bought some normal coconut flavored coffee and some instant coffee from Bali. So yeah, that was a good trip. Awesome trip. Wish I had a bit more time to do like some of the proper touristy things, but it was good. It was good. It was just mainly just prepping the uso for his wedding. Getting stuff ready and all sorted. Obviously the Bucks night, and then having dinner with the in-law family and whatnot, and getting to meet some of his friends and from Perth because he lives in Perth, and seeing some of the bros from overseas as well. So it's not often that we get time to all meet up, especially when some of them live over there. So no, it was good. It was like good quality times, just chilling. But yeah, to be honest, it's good to be home. I miss Bali. It's a real holiday spot, but home is where the heart is, eh? So it's good to be back. Good to be back in the community, and willing to do my part. Yeah, Seki. How about you guys?
What have been up to? Yeah, solid 2 months of going to war, brother. So only just finished that just a week ago now. So just trying to slow down mentally and physically, get back to reality sort of thing. But then, funny enough, when you try to slow down, my first week trying to readapt, it's adversity has come back again. So it's all good, It's gonna take me another month of August actually to try and battle and just fight that one. I guess that's another battle on its own. It's another war on its own. So 2 months of that since June, July, and then now August. So hopefully I can achieve that by the 29th of August. But hey, not complaining. It's good. Any adversity and anything that comes your way as a challenge is always good, man. So can't complain, man. I always let Jesus walk first, and then I believe that's why we got the results that we were looking for, because it was so smooth there that everything just broke down apart in front of us. As in the opposite party, our opponents. yeah, whatever they threw at us, it broke down. 95% of that got thrown out, buddy. Yeah, yeah, man. They call that corrupted evidence that they can't use, dog. Yeah,
Yo,
I said, yeah.
awesome,
So
awesome.
shocking to see, man. But at the end of the day, man, like I said, that's that sort of stuff you only see in the movies, man. And man, man, even my support crew, the lawyers, and they were representing me, tapping my leg under the table, man, because we couldn't believe what was going on. I actually predicted it too. I predicted it from day one, and then it just fell apart on our final round. So, man, it's so amazing, man. I love it, eh? I love it, man. And like I said in a few other podcasts, man, you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. It's just you got to play it better. And I played it better. I played it better than them, man. I played it better than these bums because they know the policies and procedures. They know how to use the system. They know how to use the law. They know the fraud against us, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm so grateful, man. I'm so grateful that I knuckled down. And shout out to T Hunt as well for the support. Yeah. Also to the T gang as well for support as well. So
Nice.
not to drop any names, but those initials could mean anything. So
Yep.
just thankful, man. Happy. I'm happy, and that's the main thing in life, man. On your journey, you know, the journey is about the experience, but the achievements itself is a bonus. And man, if you're happy at the end of it, man, that's a blessing. That is a blessing, man. No matter what, man. No matter what. But Bali, here I come, baby. Yeah.
It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you.
Here I come, baby. I'm surprised you didn't try the kapu coffee. Hey, it's a luwak. It's popular over there. Yeah,
Yo.
it's like coffee, but it's like it's monkey poo.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
I saw heaps of it over there. Like, I was like, nah.
Yeah, it just depends. You got to be careful too, because you know you come from overseas. You got to have all your shots before you try that shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, take that experience, and then have that one cup of coffee. Then an hour later, man, then your mati is like, solely, this guy, what a hero. Hey, you know what I mean? Here I come. I want to experience everything, and then yeah, voila. Solly should have just went back
for the rest of the trip.
Either that or flipping pissing or shitting out something, you know. It's called parasites, brother. So for all you viewers there, try it, man. Solely, man. Take it easy.
Water hot.
Not new card in the microwave. Yeah, man, that's me, man. Always good, man. Yeah, praise God, man.
Well,
praise God.
thank you. So that's awesome news.
Awesome, bro. Awesome news, man. Shaks, I actually saw your post during the week, bro, and I was stoked for you, man. Like,
Thank you, brother.
Just sharing your journey about, you know, just all the, you know, and just obviously the speed bumps. You've mentioned the speed bumps and the way it can play it out, but I think just, hey, if you're innocent, bro, you're innocent, mate. Like, you know, there's nothing else to say about it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
also just you talking about your faith as well. Also, I think that's probably been the limelight of everything and all the way it's probably played itself out. Also.
100% also. And I'd like to thank you guys too at the WesWes panel for your messages, because when I threw that up there, we can't say much on social media. I haven't had social media platform for 14 years, man. You know, 14 years. But even today, with my circle, we still can't publicly put ourselves out there completely because, when you fall into speed bumps again, they like to bring something up that happened 14 years ago. You know, it's like, oh, I'm sure. We did the time, didn't we, brothers?
Yo.
So thank you, brothers, man. Much love to you guys, man. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, my week's been crazy, bro. Like, it's more battling the cold. I think I had gout last week because I went to lunch with my boys last week. It was more like a brunch, man. And me and the doc or Mickey freaking smashed probably at least $25 worth of buffet breakfast, and a lot of it was pork. I felt it during the week, man. When I was walking through the tunnel, I was like, oh, sorry, man, this better not be. Hopefully, this is plantar fascia, bro. Like the start of it, eh? But so like, it was in the ankle. I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a tough week, eh? Even to the point, one of the guys at work said, "Hey, what's that limp?" I'm like, oh, it's just so ankle. And he's, can you put the weight on? I said, yeah, of course, I'm fine. It's amazing because my workmates, they're actually quite comfortable because they're high, they lace up at their high cut.
Mm.
So even when I put them on, I've been fine. The week's been good, but it's just been cold, bro. But I appreciate having a ski mask to sort of keep me warm during the shift. But bro, it's just interesting people, bro. Like obviously, one of the boys got me onto was it in between two beers? There's a podcast about a guy, and I mentioned that on the podcast some time ago about a guy who beat his as assault charges, and he was just about to do his final exam to become a paramedic, and he ended up representing himself in court and saying that it was in the act of self-defense. He felt threatened for his life, and he beat the case. Well, that guy went on to be a doctor, bro, but it's Dr. Timoke, so his name's Timote Timoke. And, bro, his story was amazing, bro. And I watched it 3 times, and I listened back to it, man, because there's so many gems in that conversation that he had, and it was just about potential. You know, it's like not being given the opportunity, and he came through the system as well. So, you know, that was pretty much like sort of like the music that kept me warm when I was, you know, all those nights that I was cold. But just inspiration stuff like that, eh? Like yeah, that sort of helped the week. And then I probably listened back to Sione Famuina's one that he done a while ago, and sort of just felt like, oh, okay, so it's good to get an understanding of what people are going through, you know. And you just when you deepen your thoughts. But nah, the week's been fun, bro. Like just listening to those two pods and meeting someone at work who shared their story with me. She's a lady named Sky. She's in her 50s. Made the commute up here, and nah, it's just been awesome how she sort of just shared her life story and the adversity that she's sort of faced. But it's like when the decisions come to a head, right, and you either stay or you just take a leap of faith and you just go. And just hearing how her stories unfolded, it's been awesome, mate. I just thought, man, that's pretty crack up. But then, you know, you go a bit further because obviously the conversation was like 3.5 hours, and she's like talking about something that just she could not apprehend, and like it was like the shake of the head moments. And the more she was telling me, the more I started getting mad for her. You know, it was like one of these situations where you put it on your kids and you think like that will never happen to you, and then it happens. So it was like cool just to exchange like stories about our kids. But yeah, wish her all the best, man, because she's a good sort of man. It's like it's rare you can meet someone in the workplace who will just openly talk like that. But it was just how much that we could relate and sort of laugh about it. And you know, then I better go, gotta do my patrol, you know. So now,
It's
man,
that
shout out to
vibe, eh?
mean vibe, bro. Because it was like, bro, if she was a screenwriter, like a script writer, and made movies, like that would be a bloody good story for Shoulder Street, man. Like, you know, I'd be like, fuck, bro, you gotta share that story of Shoulder Street. Like that'd be like we'll probably get a good connect to a lot of people, eh?
Probably not on Shortland Street though, because those actors, the casting they suck. But probably more so brutal, eh?
Yeah, true that. But no, it was a good yarn. It was a good yarn. Just after I finished listening to those other two podcasts, but I just thought, man, what a way to end the week having a yarn with her. Seki boys, we'll get into our weekend wrap of sport, man. Did you catch any of the exciting return of Sapawanga and then the drop kicks and the charge downs and in front of the kickers? I don't know, man. What a crazy week.
No, I
What did you
didn't.
catch over the
Didn't catch
weekend,
any.
boys?
I'm still trying to adjust to the time, so I've been sleeping a lot, eh? But I did catch a little bit of the Broncos. They had a massive win against Rabbitohs, but that was the understrength Rabbitohs. They didn't even have a full squad. They were missing one guy, the 18th man. And I watched the Warriors. I watched the Warriors game.
What do you think about that game?
That game was frustrating. Like I needed the Dolphins to win because my team, my betting team, picked the Dolphins, but I still wanted the Warriors to do well. But man, just there was just a few defensive errors, and the ref was pretty bad too.
Yeah.
And then I watched some videos on TikTok, and it showed a trainer from the Penrith Panthers running in front of the kicker, and
that's the
I
title
think in
of
the
the
rule
game.
book, I think in the rule book, I think the player can reset the kick in front of the goalposts if that's happened. Something like that. But I don't know the rules on it properly. But yeah, that's all I catch. I
The
didn't
the
really
ref
catch
the
anything.
ref can in the rule book, isn't it? Because it's obstructed, he can even just give the point, you know, because it was interference, purposely done,
Yeah, because it
Yeah,
cuts that concentration time, eh?
Mm.
yeah, he should have. The ref should have blown time, and
Mm.
because the trainer didn't even look like he was gonna change his line.
Mm.
He
Yo.
said, well, oh, he apologized for it, but he had already started making his way forward, and because the kicker was
Exactly.
obviously looking down,
Mm.
yeah, the ref should have blown it and told him to take it up front. Like he should have just
Yeah.
Yeah,
cleared
yeah,
the
yeah,
point,
yeah.
given them the 2 points, and then let him take the penalty in front.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Yo.
stupid.
Yeah.
Eh?
Especially at this time of the season where like it's a game of inches now, eh? Yeah, no, but that's all I watched. Yeah. How about you guys?
Oh no,
You
no,
catch anything, Kaisar?
I missed yeah, nah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I missed Spawn in that, yeah.
I just been I caught a lot of the highlights. Watch our Blues, bro. I don't know how we can lose a lead like that. Son of a bitch, man. And like, bro, for some one or two, like, I think me and Kim were talking about, like, what he was putting to his arms. And he was like, well, ice in the veins. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Bro, he was, it would be a different story if, like, some informed players were playing. Like, if you look at the Waikato squad, like, they did have a lot of, like, guys who are pretty skilled players, like, more than 50 caps, and NPC. So
Yeah.
I thought, like, okay, we did well. We did well considering the team that we have on paper, with maybe, like, only
Yeah.
four players. Was like, that's all good. Like, that's a
Yeah.
good start, But no, yeah, I thought the return of Nani Lamape was probably overshadowed by just the great rugby that the Feathers were playing. I
Yeah.
thought, man, that's a pretty interesting one. Like, I thought he would have did an impact like Saponga did, but I was like, oh, sorry, bro. If you're gonna get a one next year, bro, I think you need to play better than that, bro. Like, just going
Yo.
off his first game. Yeah, bro. A lot of the NRL games were pretty interesting. Some interesting games. Probably like a shout out
Controversies,
to
man.
Daryl. I think I don't know if the St. George team actually posted a win in a while for the first time. Was that against the Raiders?
Yeah.
But I also commented on his post, mate. Oh, mate, you might as well grow some grass through concrete, bro, because I don't think that's ever going to happen for a long time. Yeah,
Also, shout out to Lima Sopoaga, man. It's good to see you home. And I hope he puts his hand up to go back to Manu Samoa again. Because yeah, that's good to see him back.
Also got the North Harbour game, bro. That first fight they played for Moana, bro. He played pretty good, bro. I think like in that game was like, bro, his tactical kicking was pretty good. Like a form
Yeah.
of the first fights at the moment, I'd give him like a couple of stars. Hopefully he can carry Harbour into the top 8. Hopefully, or they can end up playing for like the championship or some shit,
Yo.
And like, all of a sudden become one of those teams. But no, it's been some good rugby, man. It's just like it's too much rugby to sort of watch, because if you look at even the highlights of the whole rugby round, you'll be looking at more than like 45 minutes, man. So yeah, like anyone in the comments, bro, if you come across some and you're looking, maybe you might want to pre-record us, or give us a pre-recording of the sports results over the weekend, man. Feel free to send us into the inbox or message the WesWes Network, right? There's too much rugby on the for us to sort of watch.
Yo.
Seki boys, we'll get into our we've got a couple of topics to share. Probably the biggest one of the week was probably the nurses strike. More than 30,000 nurses walked off the job. Obviously, had been planning it. Ministry of Health obviously knew what was up. They went as far as informing all those who needed surgical appointments well in advance. For 2.5 months is pretty good. A bit of disruption, but then a bit of a wake-up call, considering like this government is supposed to be helping us in the economy, but yeah, one of the sectors in the country that's obviously doing it the hardest is the health sector, and these nurses are, by the looks of things, have always been overworked and probably never beat the pay grades, never really matched the worth of what they are to the health sector. If anything, did you guys manage to read up on any of that stuff?
Yeah, I read up a little bit, man, and it led me to some other articles, man. It's just a growing trend. Like, we're just losing our best and brightest, and it's crazy. Like, they're not even, like, overseas are not even waiting for our senior nurses. They're going for ones that are just straight trained, like coming straight out of the schools. So it is a bit of a worry. Yeah, the government needs to look at relook at the budget. I mean, we're mucking around with putting like the New Zealand or the English name first over the Maori translations on our passports. It's like, bro, can we just save that money and chuck it into the health sector? Um, for what our nurses, our doctors, and our GPs do, like a lot of them go above and beyond just to help us out, and they're stretched. So yeah, it sucks, but yeah, it's it's gonna get worse unless something's done about it, and I really do feel for them. But yeah, how about you, Kaiser?
Yeah, it's an ongoing issue every year for our health sector, especially with the nurses and especially the doctors and that as well. Yeah, because they all fall underneath the same umbrella. It pretty much is already worse. It's already been redlined. And you got nurses from here that are fully qualified, senior nurses that have been stood down, for whatever reason it may be. They got years and years of experience coming from the UK, and then Kiwis working in the UK returning back home, but they can't get work in their own profession, so they got to look over shore into Australia and sign up for a 6-month contract because there's a high demand for nurses over there, in every state of Australia, So do they want to go there? No. They want to be based here because all their loved ones and their families are here. So, but they're forced to go ashore to use their profession, right? 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time, and then they got to return back, and yet they still can't get any work. Whether they're most of them all are overqualified. They say, so they can't really afford to pay with their wage or whatever it may be. But like you said, they're getting them straight out of school, which is good. But I don't think it's good when it comes to people's lives. Maybe at an entry level end, but not at a high end. You need those experienced nurses in there and doctors as well.
Yeah.
But hey, that's a big the government should take a big look at that. I'm sure they have, but they're just thinking of their dollar again rather than their loyalty, So it's a massive risk because that's a big dent in our infrastructure within the health system for the country. So maybe think about that. But I think we should get behind our nurses and doctors and when it comes to them protesting more. I think when they did their protest day, it was flipping that storm hit as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, crazy man. But we should keep praying for them. Keep praying for them to get what they agree upon and everything like this because they're well worth it, and we need that experience back in to make that infrastructure in our health system. Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, well, boys. Yeah, I firmly believe that nurses, especially senior nurses and RNs, we need more of them. I mean, you can obviously be an entry level nurse and do some of it, but some of the stuff we might need to put in IV lines and obviously take bloods and stuff like that. It requires a bit more hands-on skills. Like, I can see where the DHBs will be sort of falling off with different hospitals throughout the country because there's some hospitals that will be flooded. Like take for example Middlemore, Auckland, North Shore, because we've got a bigger city, right? But it's when you go and take that skill and you go put it into a smaller town, like say Whangarei or like Otago, like they're not as big as us, but you can understand like how throughout the country they want to sort of set a bar of how much an entry level nurse should be getting paid versus someone that's a senior nurse and a registered nurse and that's been in the scene for more than 10 years. The money is good, like if you can just snap up a contract overseas because it's easier to. It's one of the things you didn't even think twice, right? But then what happens is when these nurses come back, they came back on a high rate, expecting to get in somewhere where RN's been around for more than 10 years and has a lot more experience. Because there can always be some sort of things like, okay, you can't do this by yourself, but you're asking for this sort of money. So that's obviously a conversation that the unions and the DHB and all of them need to sit down and actually like iron out because this argument's been going back and forth for so many years. But look what's
100%.
happening. The health sector is suffering because they've never sorted it, and it's usually because the union has been weakened because those senior management people have obviously taken silent money, shut up money just to sort of go back to the nurses and say, look,
Facts, man.
we'll just take this,
Mm.
we'll take this percentage, and we won't argue about it, and we'll just review it again in a couple of years. So the more they keep
Yeah.
reviewing it, the less
Facts.
and lesser they get, and they've been now they're at a point where, fuck, the hospitals are so over flooded with people coming in for the smaller things, but all of that can't be caught at the GPs because obviously the GPs are over flooded. Why? Because there's not enough nurses, and so that in itself is pretty much screaming like, come on, government, like, let's make something happen. Like if becoming a nurse was real attractive, like how chippies are, like look at chippies, man, you can be like 4 years out of school and you can be on big bucks straight away, and he won't have a big loan. Now some of these nurses need to figure out, okay, am I gonna get into heaps of debt and get paid like a few dollars or maybe $5 more than the minimum wage? Like, is that even worth my skill, you know? And then struggle getting a small percentage increase for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years in, fuck, you're only getting like $3 over 4 year period, man. And you know you're supposed to be skilled.
Yeah.
Like that's a real tough one, right? But I mean, that's for the government and whoever the health sector and that to sort of sort out. Because I don't believe a nurse should be working for less than 40 or 50 bucks, man. That's my honest opinion. Like, because you know, if builders can walk into the industry and like demand like at least 44 to 50
that's a
bucks
slap
an
in
hour.
the face.
Well, that's it, man. It's like, and they got student loans they still got to pay off, right? So if the government figured out something like, okay, look, if you become a nurse and you stay here, we can get rid of some of that debt for you if you stay here and work at least. But you can't leave for 10 years or something like that. Like that would obviously sort of help that buffer of nurses, right? And the more skilled nurses that the RNs can obviously be supervised. But see, they're not getting paid to supervise, right? Like how many times you want to supervise someone before you actually get sick of it and be like, fuck this. Sometimes go to Australia and get extra $20 for doing the same thing or even doing less. But it's different all the way up and down the country, bro. Because I know when my parents were in hospital, they were having nurses who didn't even know how to do dialysis bags, right? And yet my sister who would do a dialysis bag at home, being shown by like a subby nurse who's just showing them, oh, this is what you do. And then there's so much protocol around safety because nurses don't want to fuck things up because they're not skilled or they haven't been signed off. Like it's a big issue, man. But yeah,
It's
man,
infrastructure.
I feel for the nurses.
That's an infrastructure we're talking about, yeah.
I feel for the nurses, but it's also like, man, they gotta sort of sit down and actually knuckle it out, man, because to be a nurse, right? And to just move people around just for the sake of moving people around because it's a health and safety thing. You obviously don't want to have a person who doesn't know how to change a nappy, like can't even give a bed wash in the freaking surgical unit, you know. But these are the sort of things that the health sector is facing at the moment, and it's a can of worms, eh? But I mean, I support the nurses, man.
Yeah.
They deserve to get paid what they work.
Oh, exactly, 100%.
It's like,
Any more on that, boys?
it's like, yeah. No, you go.
Yeah. Just when you mentioned the tradie thing, it's the same with the tradies, but also this mentioning that if we look in it even more deeper, that we must mention on the platform is that they're pushing out experienced RNs, pushing out experienced doctors and nurses. Reason being because there's also another system that we've missed out on, and that's the work visas. So they're getting them in, and they're using them cheaper because they cost cheaper, right? And to fill in those spots within the health system. And there's a lot of them that have come in because they've already last 5 years there's a high demand in New Zealand for nurses from overseas, Philippines, wherever it may be, etc. All on work visas, and then they're trying to push out, the more experienced ones because they cost too much to keep on.
Yeah.
Same with tradies as well. The same scenario. So, that's another thing you need to look at as well. What about you, Eddie?
Yeah, I feel like this issue is like it's kind of like a fraying end of a t-shirt. Once you start pulling on that string, the whole thing's gonna unravel. It's a real fragile situation. Is the word I want to use because it's just like, how do we keep our experienced ones here without giving them the burden of those loans? Like maybe if they served like a certain amount in New Zealand that the government can contribute to paying off that loan, like Leti suggested. There's so many ways we can do it, but I feel like the government now is so focused on issues that grab the headlines that our nurses, our doctors, our teachers all get left behind. And these are really important sectors that we need to look at. But yeah, that's the Lima singing on this one.
Damn,
Nice,
that's good
Lewis.
value. That's good chat, though.
Now, sweet, bro. We're moving to our second topic. We got I don't know if you guys read up on it, bro, but the so-called drug ring with at least 15 plus employees down at the airport smuggling luggage, man. Like, it makes you wonder, like, how does a plane land and obviously a suitcase come into the country and it says it's got like 15 kgs worth of methamphetamine there and make its way from the tarmac into a car and even through all the security and all the people that work at the airport and it ends up on our streets. Well, obviously, someone's paid
Yeah.
the so-and-so to freaking look the other way and get it all the way through
Yeah.
that it's in the streets, and it's obviously a case that's just been picked up. Well, in the last 2 months, right? Operation whatever, but it's been going on for some time. Obviously, the guy pulling the strings had this orchestrated in his head and with the people on the ground. But I
Yeah.
mean, this reminded me of something they haven't done at the ports some time ago, where they had someone in the control room monitoring the shipping of the container. Obviously, these
Yeah.
obviously are containers that come in from the other side of the world, and when they come into the port, they've obviously got the numbers on the containers, and they've obviously watching every move of the container and moving it every time it has to be inspected and stuff. But a suitcase, bro, like that's on a smaller scale. But shit,
Yeah.
the brains behind that operation, bro. You guys want to share your opinions about that?
Yeah, that's crazy because man, I recently I just got back from overseas and every luggage had a tag on it, had a number. Everything should be accounted for, and there should be receipts for everything. There should be a database that has X bag left Bali and arrived in New Zealand at X amount time and whatnot. So I don't know if it's just the bag handlers. They have to have, like Lady said, they have to have some people upstairs in the offices making sure that these packages go missing because if one item or a couple of items go missing, it has to be flagged at least. But yeah, man, it's like multi nations involved in the syndicate, like Malaysia, Santiago, Honolulu. Like it was a big operation. But man, like it just goes to show, like New Zealand's being targeted. And I was like, man, like we've seen a lot of it coming lately, like especially in the port of Tauranga, port of Auckland. Like what's going on? And I had just a quick Google search, and like, man, so this is in New Zealand dollars, but meth in the US is 50 to 150 NT dollars over there per gram. In New Zealand, it's $500 to $800 per gram. That's crazy. We got the New Zealand consumption per capita. We're fifth in the world for methamphetamine. So that's 0.9 to 1.1%. That's about 900 to 1,100 people per 100,000. So we're higher than most countries and around the world. Methamphetamine sold in Thailand, Philippines, and China is $10 to $50. So these syndicates, they look at New Zealand as a massive cash cow. So this is not the end of it. Like it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse unless we do something about our borders. But this syndicate, man, like the thought process, the money that goes into this organized crime syndicate is crazy. But I don't know if it's just the bag handlers. There has to be people in high places that they would have like let it in or slide it in because there's no way they're gonna slide $200 to a security worker to look the other way. And also, who's hiring these people? Like, man, like is there no background checks? But yeah, it's crazy because it's caught a lot of our prominent athletes. It's caught a lot of our musicians and this. Yeah, it's crazy how bad it is at the moment. But hopefully we can lock it down soon. Otherwise, our communities are just gonna be worse off. But yeah, how about you, Kaisar?
Yeah, it wasn't me. Honestly, bro, it wasn't me. Yeah. here's the thing though. It's either I can say no comment, or it's either I can comment on all the above. But yeah, it wasn't me. That's all I can say. At the end of the day, like you say, it's a ring, it's a syndicate that can't be stopped, man. It's a generational thing. Why? Because it's motivated by money. It's motivated by millions and millions of dollars. So, you know, something like that, everybody's getting paid off from the bottom to the top. You know, it's a wave that can't be stopped. Why? Because yeah, man, you got the biggest people, the biggest names in Hollywood and in politics. They use the shit. You know, it's not a drug that caters for the hood. You know, it's a drug that's out there to the best of the names. You know, to the most richest, to the most famous. So can't be stopped, man. That's the syndicate. But in regards to our borders in New Zealand, like I said, it always comes down to that currency of loyalty over the dollar, and they choose the dollar because that's the motivation. That's the motivation. That dollar can change the most humblest person, or the most high position person. So from customs to our borderlines, man, they're all getting a piece of the pie. Out of 5 people, probably you just need that one, to pass the buck, and then once the dollar gets around, man, then it's distributed however way they got to do it. The thing I don't like about it, also, is that there 15 of them, have got arrested through this operation. But the thing about it, bag handlers, that's not the first time it's happened. Though it's happened many times. Happened in the 90s, early 2000s. What's the recent one? 2021 happened in 2021. Once again, Malaysian flight. They intercepted 118 kgs in Malaysia with golden tea bags, with boxes coming through there. And that flight was on the way to Auckland. And then again in January of 2021, July and October, they intercepted more meth, 10 kgs of meth in July, and then another, what was it, 100 kgs in October. So, man, good luck, because the dollar, everybody's choosing their dollar over loyalty. So, that's what it comes down to. But I think, man, they just need to tighten it up, the laws itself, as in, bring back capital punishment, because all you're getting is just 18 to 11 years, And even if you have back then in the 90s, man, you have a belt bag full of just weed, just a herbal weed back in the 90s, bro, you're doing more time than the actual moikolo that's across the road, So, bro, change the laws, man. If you wanna stop that sort of currency, man, change the laws. It's the only way you can actually slow it down. The damage is done.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Because someone they're going after the luggage handlers, whether they speak up or not, right? Because they ain't gonna know shit. They ain't gonna know what's happening. All they're being told is like, hey, that's coming in. Let's make sure it goes onto that trolley over there. That's what they'd be fucking told.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind. Like, yeah, they might have caught these drug handlers who were moving the suitcases, but how far up the thread have they gone and caught? Because
exactly,
these guys probably inside the jail cell that's fucking pulling the strings, and he's got, he's obviously got stacks of people who really know how it's working. Like, it's just big that they could put it in the paper, but it's like, but have they really dealt with the problem? Because I don't see it ever being fixed anytime soon.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, say no to drugs, guys.
Say no to
drugs. Stay skew. But here's the thing, though. When it comes to stuff like this, because they're of Maori and Polynesian descent, man, for me, I just hate this thing, how it always happens. They get caught one day, the next day, there's no protection of name suppression. The name is out on the paper straight away. It's so sad to see, It's so sad to see. That's what they got to stop, man. You're promoting something negative 100%. Times 2, Times 2. 2 wrongs don't make a right?
I don't know. Well, in my own opinion, I feel like, obviously, I knew of a guy who was big at our school, and he got done for what would have been the biggest shipment of it. They came in, and it was pretty shit the way it was obviously packaged. But
Yeah.
had he had gotten away with it, fuck, that would have been the biggest smuggle of meth. And I think it was like something like 750 kgs of it. And who knows what the street value would have been worth. But when I thought about it, it's like I put myself in his shoes and I thought like someone would have had to be sitting outside my family house with guns, literally inside that house with my family for myself to have done something like that. And I'm not saying that everyone, would do it or they wouldn't do it, because if you were forced to do something like that, but you can understand. But where these other guys are just they're oblivious to how it's been like it's been shipped around. All they know is that, hey, all those suitcases over there, you'll get money if you do that. That's all they're gonna know. But bro, it's thing that's killing our communities, man. I mean, I get it, you need to feed your families, but at the cost of what,
Yeah.
lose your soul
Break
for it.
And the community just gets worse, from it as well. See?
Shaky boys. You got our comments corner, Eddie.
Oh, yo, Comments Corner. Yeah. Shout out to people that commented. Is it Anita Love Songs? 8076. For Fia Poko of the week, she voted the 2 Island Boys. Oliveira was talking about a movie review, White Man Can't Jump. Shout out to Vailima Aston for commenting. Man, thank you guys all for the support. And there's one comment directed at Chucky Kaisar
Amen.
from Phoenix Suns 6050. He commented, Mr. Cut the long story short needs to cut the long story short. with some smiley face emojis.
Who was it from? Who was this?
Phoenix Sun 6050.
Man, yeah.
You got a fan, oh, nice.
Man, thanks for that, Phoenix, man. To cut the long story short, is it? Keep it even more shorter. Well, my reply to you, Phoenix, is, man, much offers to you. Thank you so much for your comment and for engaging. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, fucker. Here's our fucking there. Here's the word right there, motherfucker. It's as short as it can be, right there, brother. But nah, seriously, brother. Yeah. I try to cut it short, man. I'm really new to this game, so. But I know you comment quite a bit by the sounds of it. But much love to you, Phoenix, man. I love you, brother.
Yeah. Siki, and also I just want to ask the fans out there, I want you guys to build your pay-per-view and just comment in our video. So you have a selection of 4 fights, just any boxing person from across time versus anyone. So here's an example. So for super lightweight will be 2009 Manny Pacquiao versus Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. from 1990. Middleweight would be Marvin Hagler from 1985 versus Canelo Alvarez from 2019. Co-main event will be Floyd Mayweather Jr. 2015 versus Sugar Ray Leonard 1981. And main event 1974 Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson 1988. So if you guys can come up with a pay-per-view, just pick whatever fighters you want. Chuck in our local boys as well. Joseph Parker doesn't have to be old boys, can be new boys as well. And just comment down for our next video. Seki.
Nice. You know what? Because there's not many people biting at our shoe giveaway, we might as well chuck you in the draw, eh? So if you come up with one of those, obviously there's pay-per-view screenings, we'll chuck you in the draw to win that shoe credit, man.
Seki.
In
Shout out
conjunction
to
with
number one.
shoes.
Number one shoes. Shout out.
Sure, Roos. Our local sport in news, man. Bro, we got some sad news, man. But you know what? Before we start that one, I want to go over the club rugby. So, Club Rugby League in Auckland obviously had its finals over this weekend. Started from Friday night into Saturday. So, I'm going to read some results because we had quite a lot of Westie teams that made the finals, man. So
Yo,
first shout out to the Glenora Bears under 15s, man. Beat the Hawks on Friday night. That was at Go Stadium. Congratulations to the under 15s at
yo,
Glenora
Man.
Bears. Some girls results. The under 18s in Mangere Hawks. They took out the under 18s girls grade.
nice.
Richmond under 16s. I know Richmond had one of 3 teams that were made finals. They ended up winning their under 16s section of play. They under 13s, which is another Richmond team versus Te Aratu. The Te Aratu Roosters upset them in their final. Actually, they smashed them, bro. It was a big one-sided
Hey.
score in that one. And then I think it's under 14 Stag girls as well. They won their grade.
Yo.
Our under what was it? Our under 14 girls. Yeah, the Te Aratu had a couple of teams. The Te Aratu under 14s beat the Richmond girls as well. The Otara 17s.
Ish.
They won their grade. I think that's a 17. Sorry, oh man, my writings. No, yeah, they won the under 17s grade. The under 15B Newland Stags, they won their final,
Man.
and then Pakuranga, the under 15C, took out that comp, and probably upset of the weekend of the 18s. 18's grade, our Glenora Bears went down to Papatoe, and that's on the ARL page. You can watch that back. Unfortunately,
Yo.
they lost their final.
Damn.
And then the Watamata Rugby League Prem Women's, they lost to the Pythons. I think that's the Pukekohe Pythons. Yeah, they lost their final today. That's the
Shucks.
Rugby League results. Our 1A, so I don't have the Harbour 1A results, but the Auckland 1A, that's from Don's College Fish 15 results, 2025 for the week of August. Man, the top 4 for the 1A comp is coming. And that's running up around 11. So De La Salle actually lost to Dilworth 22-0. The game of the round was between St. Kinnigan's and Sacred Heart with a 22-all draw.
Ooh.
Probably the bigger upset of the round. St. Peter's got smashed from Mount Albert 31-59.
Damn.
And Auckland Grammar, shout out Castle Boys 37-22. King's College smashing Botany Downs 80-3. And our brothers in arms, Liston College beat St. Paul's College 28-10. But unfortunately, with that result and the result of the Grammar Kelston, Grammar
Yep.
actually takes out that last spot for the top 4. So the top 4 is St. Kit's,
So he's
Kings, Auckland Grammar, and Sacred Heart. So
Man.
I'm not too sure who will have the home advantage, because I think all top 4 teams have actually lost. So it goes to show the competitiveness. And there I go again, man. That's why the Auckland 1A is the most elite, man. Because imagine if this had finished at round 8, like every other comp, we wouldn't have Liston would be in the top 4. So it goes to show, man. And it shows the bonus points and all the rest of it, the for and against. But yeah,
so
massive congratulations to our Westie teams for just keeping that West Auckland flag going. Shout out to the Liston Fish 15 and also to the boys at Kelston rebuilding season this year. But I mean, this round last year, remember Kelston placed 5th, but ended up going into the semi and won, and then went one more game and won. So that shows the competition that we have in the 1A comp, and I always believe, man, it's like, unless you do the same amount of games that the 1A comp plays in the regular season, where I think the New Zealand 16 needs another shake-up, eh? But yeah, that's our local sport news.
Nice.
Tiki.
I'm still here from the Commies Corner. nah.
Someone commented on your shades, also. Someone commented on your shades the other week.
Oh, nice. Yeah. They're he must have a good eye for fashion. Yeah, it was a gift, because I got a whole box, a gift of Maybachs. Maybachs are the ones of those. They're prescription ones, so they're Maybachs. It was a gift as well. It was Maybachs blue on silver, so it's oceanic. It's oceanic blue on a silver plat. So the other one's oceanic gold on a silver plat. But shit, bro, Brother, I can't afford those. I can only afford the bills to keep us warm through the winter. So they were just gifts. They were gifts from the boys just traveling to Asia, and then so shout out to T Hunt and T Gang again for those gifts. So, but most of those are gone. Most of those are gone because every time we get gifts, bro, the boys come around and then yeah, they say, oh, bro, man, they'd be stingy. And sorry, I just open the boxes. Yeah, take it, choose whichever one you want. So, yeah, I'm only left with another 3. So, I probably won't give those ones away. So, Ocean, what was the other one? Ocean Sea Breeze, and this one's Ocean Tea. So, on a gold platter, and then on a gold plate on the framings, and then the tea. So, they are Maybachs. Expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Expensive, bro. So, yeah. But it's good for the eyes, though. Good for the eyes. I only just wish I could get a Maybach car as a gift. You know what I mean? And then sell it off. Flipping buy us a studio.
Second, boys. So we'll get into what have you been watching. Start with you, Kaisar.
Oh, mean, bro. Yeah. Brother, oh man, so they had this week off, just been sitting with the family. We've been watching the New Edition story, 1, 2, and 3. The New Edition story from the start to them today. Man, amazing story. I don't know if you guys seen it, but the casting, man, the perfect casting. The casting that they got were teenagers from I forgot the TV series program, the sing along one. There was a series about it. They used to show on TV. Oh man, I forget. Anyway, man, those guys can sing. And they're actually a lookalike version to New Edition when they were young, when they were youngins. And so these guys can not only act, but they can also hit those notes, their New Edition hits as well. So, man, they worked alongside with them, side by side with New Edition themselves, all the way up to what the third part was when they split and went solo, Bobby Brown, Ralph Trevant, and then Belle Biv DeVoe. So I didn't even know that Mike and Belle Biv DeVoe, he was the manager of Boyz II Men. He was the one who founded Boyz II Men. One of their tours in LA. Yeah. So I didn't even know that. That's fire, bro. And then just a good story. And then the run-off story from that is the story of Bobby Brown. The story of Bobby Brown. So that's what I've been watching. So follow up on those ones, viewers, man. If you haven't seen it already, man. But check it out, brother. Check it out. Yeah, it's an awesome story.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't been watching much. Just trying to, like I said, get back into a good sleeping pattern. But just been watching The Wire. At the moment, it's getting really good. I'm really liking the season. Good old police work. Like it's just them trying to investigate this port that's some stuff are going missing, much like our story about the luggage. But
name suppression.
But yeah, it's all done by through the Polish and Greek communities. But yeah, it's crack up. Apart from that, no, I've just been watching YouTube videos. I went movies last night and watched the Fantastic Four. I enjoyed it. It was different to the other Fantastic Four movies.
Good storyline. Yeah, good storyline on it.
Yeah, it was real simple storyline. Real quick and easy. But it was a good introduction into the new Fantastic Four. It wasn't overly complicated. But I enjoyed it for what it was.
Me.
And I'm watching a lot of videos. I don't know why of foreigners visiting Samoa. They're pretty cool. Like especially guys from Europe, the Middle East, and America visiting Samoa. And
how do they like it?
I enjoy it.
How do they like it?
Yeah, a lot of them love it. But this one Middle Eastern guy, so he came in and how like Samoa's like real close to the Bible and the meanings and all that, and they're not really clued up on outside politics or world politics and whatnot, especially like in the villages and whatnot. So a lot of them waved the Israeli flag, thinking that's it represents the Israeli of old. And this guy was like Palestinian, and he was just bringing that issue up. And man, it's kind of like I get where he's coming from, but as a visitor to another country, I think sometimes your viewpoint should be kept to yourself. You know, you can't really tell locals how to live their lives. Like that's like me going to Indonesia and Bali, where I went and protesting about the prosecution and the oppression of West Papua.
Bro, you wouldn't make it back home.
Exactly.
You'll be arrested.
Exactly. And what gives me the right to go into your country and enjoy your fruits, like your beaches, your swimming, your food, your people, and then I'm telling you guys how to take away your oppression from the Pacific Islanders and West Papua, So this guy that came into Samoa, he was kind of doing that thing with the whole Palestinian movement, and the local Samoans were like, "Hey, you know what? I'll take the flag down, I'll take the words down, and we want you to enjoy your stay." And I was like saying to myself, man, like that's our home. Like, you have to respect, even regardless if it's wrong or right. You gotta respect the people of the Malay. So like, I'll just watch a little bit of that and that. But yeah, that's about it, really. How about you, Lit?
Wicked, bro. No, as I shared earlier, just those two podcasts about the one about that Timothy Timoke, the Ambo driver who obviously was 4 days out from his Ambo exam, was he was fighting a manslaughter court case. But bro, if you got the opportunity to watch it, bro, and listen to it, man, listen to it, because to me it resonates, because it's like potential, right? Whenever you hear the word potential, like if someone's not given a chance, right? Do you take someone who might have the potential to do something great, or do you shove them in the system and spend thousands of dollars and pretty much go nowhere with them until the penny drops for them? So he had a really good explanation of how the system sort of fucked him over, and how he sort of come out the other side, and how he's also calling out the system on its bullshit, just about like, he's saying like, at the age of 52 he's become a doctor. That's all cool. He came through the system as well, came through state care and all of that, went through the boys' homes and that. Managed to turn his life around, and he was a patch member, handed his patch back, and decided to concentrate on like doing something better for the community, for his family. And he says he doesn't want an applause for what he's done, because he said like, if people can just see the potential in others, and this world could see potential in others, then he wouldn't have that shit. You know what I mean? So the way he explained it was pretty like mind blowing, and I thought, fuck yeah, that's a story, because he's got a book that's coming out. It's Almost Doctor, I think. And I just thought, shit, man, these are the sort of stories that you want to read on, stories like that. I managed to watch that, and keeping up with Renner, but man, my heart's not sort of like, I don't know, bro. Ever since I've seen the comment section go off on Chef and Rita for not going to their son Bill's wedding, I've sort of never had the heart to try to watch, because now it's showing the episodes of what he's going through, like obviously his dialysis bags and him being able to do it from home. So he's got to have the operation, and I'm assuming they're going to put a tube into his mangava, so that way he can flush out the liquids in his stomach, because obviously his kidneys aren't functioning properly. So I think I'm not, I guess I know why I'm not watching it, is because my parents were like that as well. They were on the dialysis bags at home, so it's sort of stopping me from trying to watch anything like related to it. So I'm probably not gonna open it up for a while. And that's what I've been watching, man. I've been trying to watch Poker Face, but it's just been too coldy at work, trying to cut it and never watch. So just getting through, like just listening to podcasts, bro. That's all I've been able to sort of get the energy to sort of snuggle up to with my my balaclava on my ski mask. Shiki. The Fia Poko of the weeks, we've got a couple of situations, bro, and obviously these are ones we can just share. The first one is, there's a couple that are at Disneyland, and obviously there's a stage there. It's obviously a stage where obviously performances take place, but there's a guy there. He obviously takes his missus up on the stage, and people are obviously just looking, and then they see him get down on one knee. From the moment he takes a knee and he opens up a box, everyone knows what's happening. This guy's gonna do a proposal. Right in that moment, as he opens up the box, one of the workers from Disneyland jumps onto the stage, runs across the stage, snatches the box out of the guy's hand, walks down the other side of the stairs, and then he tells him to hop off. Like, he just presents his arm to hop off the stage. Now, the question to you guys is that Fia Poko, or is that he is just doing his job? Check it out, you, Chucky. What do you reckon?
Yeah, like I said before, another podcast. Don't be your company's bitch. Mate, just relax, man. Let them have their moment, man. It's a special occasion, and it's promoting Disneyland on the backdrop there. So for me personally,
Shoot it.
whether it's your job or not, man, bro, go find another job, bro. If you're that loyal to fucking Disneyland, you're getting paid peanuts, man. Relax, man. Don't be your company's bitch. Yeah, man, just let them have their moment. That's my opinion. I would. Yeah, I wouldn't give a damn if the boss, probably what are you gonna do? Write me up? Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I'm happy as a person to let that happen. Yeah, that's me. That's my opinion.
Nice, bro.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't interrupt. Like, once he's on the knee, just wait. And then once the proposal's finished, walk up to them. Hey, look, I'm sorry you can't be up here. This is not allowed. Can you please move behind the rope? That way you're doing your job and you're allowing them to have their moment. But when you just run in and you just take that, man, you're just a balle, man.
Yeah.
Mean grass car.
Okay.
Like, you couldn't wait like 10 seconds or 20 seconds.
Yeah, he has to live with that.
Yo.
Shit.
Before you said your piece, Chucky, I was actually gonna be like, nah, fuck that. That's my area. I hold that down, Before you said it. But now I think about it now, I was like, Kalafai. When I looked at the dude, he actually looked special, man. He might have been autistic. He doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, he had a smile on his face. I get it. But then, yeah, he could have let it go. Like, he could have let it happen. But then, how many more other thousands of millions
True.
and other people would have followed that
Yeah.
and then gone up in this, soon they could just do it. There's probably somewhere on the front that says, oh, please keep off the stage. And he's just gone in there. Had he organized it properly, I guess, like maybe he'd ask someone who was in charge of the area, hey, I'm just going to go up there and propose to my wife or to my fiance. Is it okay, But if he had done that after he had organized it, well, then, yeah, he's a Fia Poko.
Yo.
That's clear cut. Like, bro, what are you doing, Dick? Get us there. This is live can, So, yeah, that's what I feel about it. But, yeah, that's a good insight, guys. The next one is Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, because of the purse that's going up, man. And I think this might probably be screened on Netflix. If you've seen what Jake Paul's doing at the moment, he's obviously the new Don King of his time. He's making these big fights happen. Obviously, he's got the financial backing and obviously the followers to do it. Yeah, just for Filippo, your opinions on him and being in the fight game as a promoter. So if you, Eddie.
Yeah, nah, man, to be honest, I've waited so long for someone to knock out Jake Paul. He's just got that. He could, he could be a nice guy, but he's just got that punch me face. That face that needs to be punched. And I'm sick of seeing all these pro boxers lose to him. So hopefully AJ is in his prime and properly goes into camp to wreck this guy. But yeah, hate him or love him, Jake Paul, he is bringing in these weird fights that, man, I never thought I would see Tyson fight again. So it's good to see him in the ring again, despite the controversy. But, nah, man. After the fiasco of watching Sonny Bill and Paul Gallen, I don't really care anymore. But, yeah, I mean, he's got money to throw around. Like Leti said, he's got the backing, and Filippo said as well. So it's yeah, what can we do? We just gotta sit around and watch it on Netflix when it pops in. See?
Yeah, no, along those lines too. Yeah, with my opinion, I think Jake Paul is a promoter. I think he's been promoting since he ever brought his face into the game. But yeah, it's a good gimmick, but it's good for boxing. It brings the stats up, it brings the numbers up, it saves the sport, it gives back to the sport, but just the quality again, the physicality of it can go only so far, but is it script? Well, after the Tyson saga, Yeah, it probably is script. So, but these big names are getting paid the big dollars. That's probably the only reason why they would say yes, over loyalty. But big ups to Don King as well, shutting down the world title fight that was proposed from Jake Paul as well. Well, apparently Don King shut that down just last month, so he didn't want any piece of it, regardless of how much money it was going to bring in. So, yeah. It's a hard one, eh? If that does happen, it's fights that viewers want to see. They dream. What do you call them? Dream fights, eh? They dream fights, eh? That in reality would never ever happen. If it was just a essentially straight sport. But entertainment. It's underneath the umbrella of the entertainment now. So it's gone that extra mile to actually make these dream fights happen. So if it does happen, man, shit, I won't be watching. I'll watch the highlights and just have a good laugh because I know AJ's a huge guy, and there's no way Jake Paul, regardless, him coming as a heavyweight, can take out a guy like AJ. Yeah. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Good for the sport. At the end of the day, the sport wins.
Facts.
Sure, boys. Did any of you have the feud review?
Yeah.
Eddie.
No, cause
Yeah, Eddie and his Malaysia tour. Of Mr. Ling Ling. This was our victory dinner at Kaka's. Big ups to the owner. I've known the owner for since the COVID days. So there's a little story drop on him. So shout out to Diego, Senorita, my man. Yeah. So Diego started from just a food truck, renting out a food truck up in Glendine. Is that Glendine? Where there are churches, Unity churches?
Oh, yes.
Where the roundabout is? Yeah, so during the COVID lockdowns, how they would open and close. So financially, man, everybody was struggling, right? And then a lot of people were getting redundant. And he was one of them. So him and his wife came up with an idea to just hire this food truck and start cooking Brazilian food just as a side hustle. Forward to today in 2025, he's got 3 branches now, and he's got one opening up soon. I'm sorry, Diego, to say this, but we're first to say it right here. WesWes is going to be opening up at right on the coastline of Mission Bay, right there, smack on the strip, right opposite the fountain there. So I know you're trying to keep that a secret, but nah, man, I told you too. I was gonna do what I can to post it up. So yeah, man, right here at WesWes, man. Follow Diego and Kaka's Henderson and North Shore on Constellation Drive, as well as New North Road. You can't miss it. Brazilian foods, man, the best. And I'll probably give it a straight, honestly, a straight 8 to 9. Just on presentation and food. Man, we for the victory, just on the day, the boys shouted, "Shucks, so many platters, eh?" So we had pork on rice. They got a Brazilian name for it, but it's everything's on the charcoal grill, man. Just right in the back, you can see them cooking and everything. So when we got there, it was full, bro. I was like, oh, damn, there's a Brazilian band there. He's got his Brazilian fan shirts up there, soccer in there, of course. Brazilian flag, beautiful place, eh, man. And man, God blessing him and his wife for coming that far from a food truck, and then now opening up his next branch in the North Shore. That's 3. 100%. That'll be his 4th one. So yeah, man. What can I say? The food platter. We ordered beef, Brazilian sausage, was brisket. What else? What is it? Pork. Yeah, all grilled on a charcoal barbecue, as well as cassava chips, right?
The cassava chips,
yeah. I never tasted that before, eh? And then you had your choices of sauces as well. So from chili sauce to aioli and extra, whatever the sauces were.
And they got their own Kika sauce as well.
Yeah, the Kika sauce, yeah. But man, by all means, you're not gonna get disappointed. And for the price that we paid, man, most definitely that one platter that I mentioned, with the 5 meats and also the sides with the chips, and then what was the other one? The salad and all that, and the coleslaw. Man, it was 100 and I think it was 110 or 115. That's feed 4 people. Man,
that's good.
To be honest, man, I only just had that quarter plate, and I was really full way. I was just looking at the boys just going hard, and I was like, shit, man. I was like, damn. So well worth it for a family restaurant, to be honest. Well worth it, man. Check it out. Even the desserts were also made, so a good 8 to 9, man. A good 8 to
Yo.
9, bro. So yeah, check them out. That's my food review, lads.
Thank you, so.
Nice horse. Okay, that will be the Karen of the week. You want to share that one, Kaisar? Can you explain that one? There's a Maui lady sitting in there's a business lounge at the airport.
Yeah, business
There's a
lounge
quarter
at the
lounge.
airport. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you had this this female Maori girl. She was singing up. She had her own table, and then she got her phone and just did a live a recording, on her phone, for her socials, and then she was singing some Maori song. Anyway,
Te reo Māori ki te ao. Ka puta. Pardon? Pardon? For goodness what? Do you really need to address me like that in the middle of a public place, lady? You're on camera. Say hello. Say hello. The fuck are you talking to? Don't talk to me. I'm over here minding my business. Don't talk to me. I'm over here minding my business. Don't talk to me. I paid as much as you to be in here. What the fuck? Talk to me. Te reo Māori ki te ao.
the Caucasian lady reacted in a way where she just sculled back her champagne glass in protest, So yeah. What do you guys think, man? Viewers, comment down below as well if you guys seen that footage as well, and I'm sure producer Cams will pop it up too.
Yeah, it's a tough one because it's a koru lounge, so everyone's paid to be there. I'm sure you can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't disturb other people. I don't know how loud she was singing, but yeah, it'll depend on that. But yeah, the white lady should have just went straight up to a manager, let them deal with it. Don't deal with it like yourself. But it is a shared space, and it is a lounge owned by Air New Zealand or whatever airline that owns that lounge. But yeah, it's all got to do with respect and whatnot, eh? How loud he's singing, or But to be honest, like from a island perspective, if she was singing a Samoan song, like I would have joined in. I probably would have made it worse because like we had karaoke in Bali, and yeah, it was pretty bad. A little bit of dramas there too, but no, it all depends on the situation. I think both of them were in the wrong, really, how they reacted. I only watched the start of the video, but yeah, that white lady did look like a Karen. But the Māori chick, if she's singing a song, maybe move to a corner or move somewhere else that she can sing it, as long as it's not loud. But from what I heard on the video, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that loud. She was basically singing to herself, right? Or to the camera?
On her camera. On her camera for her socials.
And that's fine. Yeah. And that's fine. That lady, if she didn't like the singing, moved to another table, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't that loud from what I heard. So yeah, within there's like limits on what you can make in those lounges. But yeah,
just lucky there wasn't a ceiling fan there, eh?
Yo. But yeah, nah, man. Like yeah, it's just it depends on the situation. But yeah. How about you?
I probably would have been upset at her, eh? I probably would have started effing off at her. And it depends on the mood too, but if you're traveling, like, you don't want to hear that shit. Shut up, man. I'm my drink at her. If she would have gone, oh, you're on my live, you ought to gong something at her, eh?
Hard.
You're on my live, use your freaking brain, you stupid ass. You want to hear your paru ass voice? As if I sound like John Travolta, eh? Or Ingrid Hubbarding. But no, I just thought, what a guy lemas, bro. Like, both of them are big guy lemas. I probably would have walked past and been looking at the both of them. Like, both of you are fucking ugly. Shut the fuck up.
But if you look into it even more, she's got a big social media. Well, and just in her socials, she's what, content creator or whatever. So she does that all the time, and I said, man, there's a time and place for everything. But yeah, she was in her right though. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think some people don't know how to turn it off. Like, for example, in the barbers, if you answer a call in the shop, it's like, come on, man, that's my time, right? If you come in, answer that outside the shop. If you're already in the shop, bro, ignore the call unless it's
Yeah.
it's life and death,
Mm.
right? But I've had people that just come and just talk on the phone as if like, hey, there's other people in here. Like, come on, man, use your brain. And that's usually the people who are like this. I muli with cute over there ones, you know. It's like no courtesy, no etiquette. Like, hey, come on, man, take the phone call outside. But I guess
Yo.
everyone does it and like forgets where they are when they're taking the
Yeah.
call. Yeah, right. Like that. Yeah, it's just straight. Yeah, that's Karen. Karen and Fia Poko. Thank you. If Kim's not on, I'll post a memory lane for us to share. But I'll give you 2 minutes to answer it. But can you think of a meal that you would have usually had during kongai that you can think about? Because today, I did a massive ass cook for us. It took me
Yeah.
an hour. That's why I was late jumping on, apart from all the technicals. But I managed to cook us with. So with $68, I managed to buy some falifu. I managed to do falifu banana, 2 cans of corned beef and onion, mamoe curry, a pot of rice, and also some chicken that was on sale. And there was 11 chicken thighs, which was like a honey soy sweet. 11 chicken thighs that was on sale for $11. And what else was there's one more pot. Oh, and I did a chicken bacon carbonara. Cost me $68. But that's for us to eat tonight because my daughter arrives at midnight tonight. I knew that her and her boyfriend will want to eat. But throwing it back to you guys, man, can you think of a meal that on a Sunday that runs back the clock for you?
Man, my dad used to make fa'e.
Ah, nice.
Wow.
So he used to buy the octopus and cook it on the barbie, char it, cut it up, chuck it in a tray with coconut cream and like 2 teaspoons of the ink to give that color. Oh, bro, that takes me back.
When it's charred, it's really strong, smoky.
Yo,
What's
smoky,
yeah, man.
Yeah, my dad used to chuck it on the, because we used to have a wood burner at the back. He used to chuck some rocks on it just to heat it up. Yeah, nah, it was good.
Man, memories, man.
What about you, Kaisar?
Yeah, I'm still thinking. Still thinking, man. Yeah, fight lengi or yeah. Probably to be honest, what was the question again? Was just a memory, just a memory.
Yeah.
Memory of a Sunday me ai that
Sunday me ai.
Yeah.
Man, to keep it simple, man. Just kalo, fa'i and sapasui. You know, yeah, and probably the ulupua'a in there as well. Oh yeah, one more thing, man, that we hardly ever have. But back then, man, in the house in New Zealand houses, man, on a Sunday, man, oxtail soup with watercress. Oh, my man, yeah, damn,
Wow.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we hardly have
Even
that,
like-
but yeah,
Because
Oxtail
food was so
soup.
cheap back in those days, man.
yeah, exactly.
Like I remember the flounder with a little dusting of flour, and they just fry it. That
Right.
you
That
know,
alone,
after
man.
look when you have that smell. Oh,
Food of the
geez.
kings, that alone.
Yo,
But that's what I mean. Our corporation of Samoan food it changed when we migrated here, because the watercress was involved and the oxtail was involved, you know. But then we brought that Samoan flavors and the seasoning, how we usually do it, you know. It was just all basic seasoning, you know.
yo,
What Samoa should do and invest back at home, because we have the weather, is chili farms,
ooh,
Oh, hard up,
chili
man.
and spices,
Yeah, it's
chili and
crazy.
spicer farms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm getting hungry.
yeah, I'm dropping off straight after this. G.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, mine would be like fish soup, like whatever fish was on sale at the market. My mum and dad would suck it and then start like a couple of cans of coconut cream and heaps of onion and maybe like a quarter block of butter. And man, just if I saw from that and then whatever, like some malaisa for popo or whatever, just to go with it. Like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
to me is a Sunday meal. Cause like and my mum was like, "You either go to church We did the kongai.
Kuka.
And
Yeah.
whenever I saw my dad just, following the tire and that, it's like, oh, sweet. We must be having something with that, But yeah, bro, for me, a Sunday is like, man, it'll be fish soup and the
Yeah.
coconut rice. Now, Seki boys, our share screaming is not working at the moment, so we'll probably have to hold off on our Fia Pokos. But yeah, we'll wrap
Yo.
up with some last words. Start with you, Eddie.
Oh man, just me being back in the country, like man, it's the people that make your home, so look after the people close to you, man, because that's home base and will forever be home base. But yeah, shout out to all my friends and family that were in Bali. Man, hope you guys have a blessed week, and to the people here, our communities, man, look after each other, stay blessed. Sick.
Man, Seki. Happy birthday to also Eddie. Happy
Yo,
birthday.
thank
God
you.
bless you, and God bless you, Ainga. And yeah, once again, many more birthday blessings to you. And
Yo.
every day is a hustle, and every day is a blessing. Always remember, always use the blessing before the end of the day.
Yo,
so happy birthday also.
Thank you.
Yeah, last words to the viewers, and probably just before the adversity that happens, everybody goes through speed bumps, but until you face an actual speed bump that actually threatens you as a person, but also threatens you financially,
Yo.
and also takes away that value of you to try and provide a plate on the table. Everybody's got to grow some balls, because I know Polynesians are very humble, and we got to stand together and Get your shit together, man. Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're gonna throw you in the system. A system that's the same system that's supposed to work for you and protect you is the same system that they use to try and put you in back behind wherever it's gotta be. But like I said years ago, I always promised myself, because the most pain that you can feel as a son is when you hear the silence of your parents. So I promised myself that I'll never ever go back to the rock, and feeling this cold, brothers, man. Once you got four walls and there's one way in, one way out, man, it's cold, man. It's so cold that your teeth start chattering, So that's why I said, man, motivation for everybody out there, man. Come together as one, man. For every storm you survive, a stronger you emerges. For every mountain you climb, a bigger you was born. No challenge leaves you the same. Confronting it makes you better. Confronting it makes you that person that you struggle to become. So the only way you can become the best version is if you walk through that storm. And God we love and trust. Amen.
Amen.
That's Seki. I want to do a little promo. I don't know if the camera can see it, but there's a little promo for my also. And this is Welcome to Club 685 Vodka, the first Samoan vodka created right here in the Southern Hemisphere. Produced by two men driven to share the love for their Samoan heritage and desire to do something unique to the global spirit industry. Club 685 Vodka is more than just a drink. It's a vessel creating good vibes and positive influence across the Pacific and beyond. So that's batch one, man. Shout outs to the boys at Club 685 Vodka. Want to bring out West, man. So showing it up. But now, yeah, I got some last words, and shout outs to my cousin Reach Liu for sharing this one. And this is for those who obviously don't know how to read social media. And this: post the truth, let them dislike you, unfriend you, block you, and mock you. We are here to feed the lions, not to entertain the sheep. So yeah, shout outs to the cuz Reach Liu for that one. Yeah, that pretty much is my last words, man. You know what it is, get a little late in the lot of it.
Seki.
Nah,
Should
shop boys,
give with that bottle, brother.
Yeah, bro. This is batch one. There should be another fungal coming, bro. But yeah, just wanted to congratulate you both, man. Eddie, this episode 45 for you. Kaisar's number 20. So what a way to drop, bro, and connect. Yeah, we're probably heading up into our 200th episode. So yeah, again, viewers and followers, check out their posts. Follow up the WesWes West City Shoes. Find the pair of chucks and the Sims and comment and tag WesWes Network or Leti Fades in there and be in the draw to win, man. It's a prize pack that it's a giveaway from us. But yeah, that's pretty much us, man. Find us and the rest of our crew on more of our pods. The Brothers on the 135 Footy Show, also on the Counter Rack. You can also find our new TV and films WesWes YouTube channel. So go along and subscribe, smash the like button there. Yeah, I think that's us, boys.
Yo,
Yeah, you know what it is, man. Let's get the fuck out of here.
yo,
Peace.
Seki.
My man. Usos.
yo, that was a good one.
Yeah, now we're
Yeah.
checking good for time, boys, man. I think, yeah, bro, that's the way we wrap it up. Like, you know,
Yo.
you notice the
Oh,
time
yeah.
flows a lot
Yeah.
better. I think the more episodes you wrap underneath.
Well, because I had to
Yeah.
cut it short
Yeah.
because the viewer wanted me to, to cut a long story short. You know what I mean? So fucking they can't put me off. I had to cut it short, boys, just for their viewer.